Have you ever seen a man in his late 70s or even 80s who just radiates life? His eyes sparkle with energy, his stride is strong and steady, his laughter infectious, and you can't help but wonder, what's his secret? Hi there, and a heartfelt welcome to Dr. Laura's Health Haven. I'm Dr. Laura, your guide, ally, and companion on this extraordinary journey of aging, not just gracefully, but vibrantly. Today, I'm about to reveal something that might just flip your perspective on aging, energy, and well-being. And yes, it might make you raise an eyebrow, but I invite you to stay curious. Because what we're diving into today could radically shift how you experience the years ahead. Let's start with a question. Why do some men age with power, clarity, and a sense of adventure? While others seem to retreat from life far too soon, I've spent over a decade working closely with older adults men who've built careers, raised families, and weathered the storms of life. And I've noticed something remarkable. Some of these men, even in their 80s, are hiking mountains, laughing with their grandchildren, maintaining sharp minds and joyful spirits. Others sadly begin to dim in their mid-60s, not because they want to, but because they believe that's just what aging is. But what if I told you the difference isn't just about diet, exercise, or luck? What if the key lies in a deeply personal part of yourself that society often tells you to forget as you grow older? Yes, I'm talking about your relationship with your own body, specifically your sexual self, and more to the point, the power of self-pleasure. Now I know, for some of you that might feel a little uncomfortable to hear, maybe even taboo. You might be tempted to click away or dismiss this as not for me. But before you do, I ask you just for a moment to listen with an open heart, because this isn't just about fleeting physical pleasure, it's about your health, your vitality, your joy, your spirit, your mind, and above all, your freedom. For decades, we've been conditioned to view sexuality in older men as irrelevant or even inappropriate. It's as if after a certain age, you're expected to become invisible in that area of life. But let me tell you something that science is now making very clear. That idea is not only wrong, it's dangerous. The body was never designed to shut down. Your body, even in your 70s and beyond, is not meant to slowly wither into silence. Your muscles meant to move, your heart meant to beat strongly, your mind designed to think, create, feel, and your sexual energy. It's not a frivolous afterthought. It's deeply tied to how your entire system functions, from hormone regulation to brain health to cardiovascular wellness. Let me break it down for you. Every time you engage in sexual activity, yes, including self-pleasure, your body triggers a powerful biological response. We're talking about the release of testosterone, which helps maintain muscle mass, bone strength, and energy levels. That's crucial as we age. You also release oxytocin, the love hormone. This chemical has a calming effect, reducing stress and anxiety, promoting better sleep, and even nurturing a sense of connection and self-acceptance. And then there are endorphins. These natural pain relievers don't just make you feel good. They help reduce inflammation, ease joint pain, and support your body's natural healing processes. Think of them as your body's way of saying, yes, this feels right, but that's just the beginning. When you stimulate yourself, your blood flow increases, not just down there, but everywhere. To your brain, where it keeps those neural pathways sharp and active. To your heart, supporting better circulation. And yes, to your pelvic region, which maintains the tissues and muscles involved in healthy function. It's like a workout, but for your whole internal ecosystem. Science has spoken. There's no shortage of research supporting this. A landmark longitudinal study from the University of Finland tracked men between the ages of 55 and 75 for 5 years. The results: men who remained sexually active, whether with a partner or solo, had lower rates of heart disease, improved cognitive performance, and reported greater life satisfaction than those who didn't. Let's visualize this for a moment. Picture your body as a classic car, a beautiful machine that has carried you across decades of life's roads. But what happens if you stop lubricating the engine? Things begin to grind. Parts rust. The whole system slows down. The same is true for your sexual health. It's the oil that keeps things running smoothly, and yet so many men let this part of themselves sit unused, untended. Not because they want to, but because they've been told to. Or worse, they've been shamed out of listening to their body's own signals. So let me ask you this. Have you noticed changes in your energy lately? Maybe a bit more fatigue than usual. Maybe your mind feels foggier, your mood's more flat. What if the solution wasn't another supplement or medication, but simply reconnecting with the most natural form of self-care you've always had? Real stories. Real change. In my clinic, I've worked with men who felt like life was winding down. And yet, once they started exploring their relationship with their body, especially through self-pleasure, something shifted. One man, 82 years old, told me, "After a few weeks, I feel like I woke up again. My appetite returned. I started walking more. I'm laughing again." This isn't about chasing youth. It's not about performance. It's about honoring the wholeness of who you are, right now, in this moment. It's about recognizing that your body is not broken or expired. It's still capable of experiencing joy release and deep connection with yourself. Why men withdraw, and why that's a problem. Let's get honest for a moment. I've had countless conversations with older men who've built legacies, who've quietly confessed to me, Dr. Laura, I just don't feel like that part of me matters anymore. And that breaks my heart, because it's not true. What they're experiencing isn't failure, it's a cultural misunderstanding. A story that was passed down and never questioned. Desire might change as you age. Erections may require more time or support. That's not weakness, that's biology. But here's what's constant: your capacity for feeling, for intimacy, for pleasure, for connection. And here's something you probably haven't heard often enough. You are not less of a man because your body works differently. You are more of a man for being willing to explore and evolve with it. A gentle invitation. So I invite you today, maybe with curiosity, maybe with a little nervousness, to open the door back into this part of yourself. Not with judgment, not with pressure, but with wonder. Ask yourself, what makes me feel good? What lights up my body from the inside out? And if it's been a while, there's no shame in that. The most important step is the first one. Reconnecting with your body is a form of healing, a form of empowerment. What's next? Over the rest of this video, I'll walk you through the latest scientific insights, share more powerful stories from patients who've taken this journey, and give you a simple, practical guide to start reconnecting with yourself tonight, regardless of your current health or experience. Because this is about more than pleasure. It's about presence. It's about waking up to the richness of your own being, and it's about adding not just years to your life, but life to your years. Before we dive deeper, I'd love to know where you're tuning in from. Drop a comment below. Are you in New York, Seoul, Cape Town? Maybe a quiet town somewhere that the world rarely hears about. Your voice matters here. And if this video stirs something in you, share that too. We're not just building knowledge here, we're building a community. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's explore this powerful, often forgotten aspect of health together. Because you deserve more than just to live long. You deserve to live well. Somewhere along the way, maybe quietly, maybe all at once, you told yourself, well, I guess that part of my life is over. Or maybe it wasn't even your voice you were hearing, it was the echoes of your upbringing. I've had patients look me in the eye and say things like, my dad told me real men don't do that, or my church said that sort of thing was wrong once you're past a certain age. And let's be honest, society doesn't exactly encourage you to feel differently. Commercials celebrate youthful desire. Doctors often stop asking about your sexual well-being after 50 as if desire has an expiration date. The message is subtle but deeply damaging. This part of your life no longer matters. But let me tell you what I tell every single man who walks into my clinic with that weight on his shoulders. That's a myth. Your body doesn't believe it. And neither does science. The truth. Pleasure has no age limit. The need for connection, for physical joy, for that deep sense of intimacy, whether shared or solitary, doesn't just vanish with age. It's part of our human blueprint embedded from birth and present until our very last days. What changes isn't the need, it's how we express it. And when we stop expressing it, that's when the trouble starts. We're not just talking about missing out on a moment of pleasure, though that's a good enough reason to pay attention. We're talking about what happens when the circuits of physical affection and sensation go quiet. Your brain's pleasure pathways, the same ones that light up during joy connection, and even inspiration, start to dim. And when those pathways aren't activated, it's like turning down the dimmer switch on a room you're still living in. Cognitive decline speeds up, the immune system weakens. Your stress hormones rise unchecked because the body no longer gets the relief of that natural healing release. And your heart cardiovascular health takes a hit too. Blood vessels stiffen, circulation decreases. A 2019 review in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found something stunning. Men who remained sexually active had a lower all-cause mortality rate. In simple terms, they lived longer. John's story, from numb to newfound life. Let me share a story I'll never forget. John, 72, retired mechanic, a man's man in every sense. Tough hands, quiet strength, wore a flannel shirt even in summer. He came to me saying something wasn't right. "Doc," he said, "I'm tired. My mind's foggy. I don't feel like me." We ran the labs, adjusted his medications, but something deeper lingered. Finally, in a quiet moment, he confessed, "I haven't felt like a man since my wife passed. I just stopped everything." We talked not about replacement, but about restoration, about self-pleasure as a way to reconnect not with anyone else, but with himself. 6 months later, John walked in with a smile that lit up the room. "Doc," he said, "I feel alive again." His blood pressure had dropped. He was sleeping through the night. And for the first time in years, he was back in his garage tinkering with old motorcycles. What's holding you back? So what's stopping you? Maybe it's privacy. You live with kids, grandkids, or in a care facility where you feel like you never have a moment alone. Maybe it's health challenges like arthritis or diabetes, or medications that dampen your drive. Or maybe it's been so long that you simply don't know how to start. Whatever your barrier is, I want you to know this. It's not the end of the story. Your body is incredibly adaptable, it's resilient, and it's always ready to meet you where you are. Drop a comment below. What's one thing that's made it harder for you to stay connected with this part of yourself? No shame, just honesty. This is a safe space, and your story might help someone else feel seen. Now, let's talk facts. The science. Why self-pleasure is a lifeline, not a luxury. When you engage in self-pleasure, you're doing far more than enjoying a few minutes of sensation. You're giving your body a powerful, rejuvenating dose of wellness. Circulation. Supercharge. Every time you engage, your body pumps oxygen-rich blood through your system. That supports not only penile tissue, which keeps erections more possible, but also bladder control, prostate function, and pelvic health. Prostate health. Speaking of the prostate, did you know that a Harvard study found men who ejaculated 21 times a month or more reduced their risk of prostate cancer by up to 33%? That's not a statistic to ignore. Hormonal harmony. Every time you become aroused or reach climax, your body releases a cocktail of beneficial hormones. Endorphins, your natural painkillers easing aches and boosting mood. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone which melts stress and promotes relaxation, perfect for better sleep. Testosterone supports bone density, muscle mass, energy, and confidence. And there's more. A University of California study found that regular sexual activity can increase levels of neurohormones, chemicals that protect brain tissue and may slow the progression of cognitive decline, even dementia. The mental side, feeling human again. But beyond the physical, something beautiful happens mentally and emotionally when you reconnect with yourself in this way. Men who felt emotionally flat, withdrawn, or even depressed light back up. I've seen it again and again. They laugh more. They engage with friends. They start fixing things again, calling old buddies, dancing in their kitchens. One 68-year-old widower told me with tears in his eyes, "Dr. Laura, I didn't realize how much I missed just feeling human." This isn't about indulgence, it's about wholeness. It's as essential to your well-being as eating vegetables or taking your daily walk. Let's make it practical, the restoration method. So let's take this from theory to practice. I want to introduce you to something I've developed over years of working with older men, the restoration method, a simple 5-step plan to bring self-pleasure back into your life in a way that's safe, joyful, and honoring of your current body. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about showing up for yourself with kindness and curiosity. Try this 2 to 3 times per week and watch how your energy, sleep, and spirit begin to shift. Step 1. Preparation. Set the stage. Privacy is key. Maybe it's your bedroom or even a cozy corner where you feel safe. Lock the door, dim the lights, and settle in. Prop yourself up with pillows if needed. Comfort is crucial. Grab a high-quality lubricant silicone-based is ideal for mature skin. It lasts longer and feels better. Warm a quarter-sized amount between your palms. This is your time. No rush. No interruptions. Step 2. Relaxation. Close your eyes. Take 10 slow, deep breaths. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold. Exhale for 6 seconds. Let the tension fall from your shoulders, your chest, your jaw. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Gently bring it back to the breath. You're telling your nervous system, we're safe here. Step 3. Awakening. This is where you begin to explore, but not down there just yet. Run your hands gently over your arms, chest, lower belly, and inner thighs. What sensations surprise you? What feels pleasant? Your body has changed, and that's a beautiful thing. You might notice areas of sensitivity you never paid attention to before. That's part of the discovery. This is not about achieving anything. It's about experiencing something curiously, openly, and gently. As you explore your body in this new light, you may feel a tingle, an awakening of sensations long forgotten. That's not just physical. That's your vitality whispering, I'm still here. Let this be a journey of discovery. Step 4. Focused stimulation. Now that you've built a foundation of presence and comfort, it's time to introduce direct touch with intention and care. Here are 3 techniques I've seen work wonders for men over 60. 1. The encompassing palm. Warm, slow, grounded. Gently wrap your lubricated hand around the shaft of your penis. Use light to moderate pressure, adjusting to what feels good in the moment. Glide your hand slowly, savoring every movement. This is not about forcing arousal, it's about feeling. 2. Gland circulation. Use 2 fingers to draw gentle, firm circles around the head of the penis. This isn't mechanical, it's exploratory. Think of it as waking up the nerves with patience and kindness. Stay with the sensations as they emerge, no need to rush or intensify. 3. Root strengthening. Here's where many men overlook a powerhouse of vitality. Using moderate pressure, massage the perineum, that sensitive area between your scrotum and anus. This activates pelvic floor muscles, boosts circulation, and contributes to both erectile function and bladder control. A healthy base means a stronger core inside and out. Remember, you're not chasing an erection or an orgasm. You're chasing presence. If something feels good, linger there. Let it evolve naturally. Step 5. Integration. Once you're done, don't just hop up and rush away. Pause. Rest your hands on your chest or belly. Take a few deep breaths. Let your body stay warm, soft, relaxed. This moment matters. Ask yourself gently, what did I feel? What surprised me? What am I proud of today? This isn't just about the act. It's about the message you're sending your body. I still care for you. If you'd like, jot a note in a journal, felt calm, tried something new, slept better after. It's your private victory log. The restoration rhythm. A 3-week practice plan. Let's make it simple to start. No pressure, just progression. Week 1. Stick to steps 1 to 3. Preparation. Relaxation, awakening. Focus on comfort awareness and breaking down old mental blocks. Week 2. Add in step 4 with light exploratory touch. No goals, just noticing what feels nice and how your body responds. Week 3. Go full circle. Complete all 5 steps, adjusting timing and rhythm to suit your body's needs. Timing tips. Mid-morning, 9:11 a.m. is ideal. Testosterone is naturally higher. Evenings, 5 to 7 p.m., work well for those with busy mornings. If you have arthritis, try after a warm shower to ease stiffness. On ED medication. Align with the medication's peak effect for better response. Could you carve out 30 minutes 2 to 3 times a week just for you? What time of day works best? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how this could fit into your life. Avoiding the common traps. Before you start, let's clear the air on a few common missteps. 1. Expecting a grand finale. Every time, don't place pressure on performance. Not every session ends with fireworks, and that's okay. Success isn't in climax, it's in connection. When you put pressure on your body, it senses that and tightens up. Pleasure fades. Trust the slow bloom instead. 2. Going months without touch. You wouldn't skip brushing your teeth for 3 weeks, would you? Make this a habit, not a rare event. Aim for 2 to 3 times a week for cumulative benefits. Mental clarity, better sleep, and more stable mood. 3. Rushing the process. This is sacred time, not a chore. Older bodies thrive on slow builds. Give yourself 30 to 45 minutes. Begin with breath. Ease into touch. Let desire build gradually. Think of it like a slow dance, not a race. 4. Limiting pleasure to genitals. Only your whole body is alive. Explore your thighs, chest, neck, back, feet, anywhere sensation lives. You might be surprised by what lights up. 5. Wrestling with shame. Shame may sneak in, especially if this is new or if you've been taught to feel guilty. Push back. Say it out loud. This is doctor approved. This is healthy. This is mine. Write down your personal benefits. Better sleep, lower stress, sharper memory, more energy. Read that list when doubt shows up. I had a patient, Tom 76, who blushed just saying the word masturbation. We worked through it together. 3 months later, he walked into my clinic and said, "Dr. Laura, I feel proud of myself again. Let's end with this." So here we are. You have the science, you have the tools, you have the permission to reclaim your vitality, to reconnect with your body, to start living, not just aging. This isn't about chasing youth. This is about creating joy today, about waking up with energy, about moving through your life with purpose and ease. Even if all you do today is step 1 preparation, you've taken a step toward your most powerful whole self. Your future self will thank you. Before you go, if this message resonated with you, do me and someone else a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe for more health-first, shame-free content. Share this video with a friend who might need that extra nudge. Sometimes the best gift we can give another man is permission to reclaim what was never truly lost. And one last time, tell me where you're watching from. What's your biggest takeaway? What's one small action you're ready to try? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. This is Dr. Laura signing off from Health Haven. Until next time, remember, you're not just surviving, you're thriving.